Now before we get to that, let me show you how to change the straps of this thing. Now the straps that these came with these, I absolutely hate it, so I'm going to put these on to show you how it's done. So what do you need? If you don't have this specific tool, you can just use this razor blade. You use a very small flathead, and the tool looks like this. Okay. So you ensure the buckle is to the 12 o'clock, and basically push it down like this into the hole. There's some small holes right here. Down. And then you take the spring bar and the spring bar tool. There's some small little grooves in it. You just push it in. That's it. Secure. Next one. Put it in. A small groove. Put the spring bar in the hole. By the way, it's 22 millimeters. So that's the measurement for the spring bar. 22 millimeters. And then it's here. So for example, it's not in as yet. See that? So you have to make sure that this goes into the hole. Push it down. See, sometimes you can miss it. Try not to scratch the watch, so you have to make sure you get into that little groove right here. Down, in, and wait for it to click. That's how you know it's in. Alright, but I hate these straps, so let's change them. Now, what are the options? You can either do a quick release, so it's 22 millimeters quick release. All you have to do is push the spring bar lever down, and that's it. You don't need the tool to remove the straps. So in, that's it. So push down, that's it. Now, of course, I could do this, but I'm not going to. Just for demonstration purposes, let me just do it really quickly. So remember, buckle always to the 12 o'clock. Put the non-lax part in first. Squeeze that latch down. Sometimes it can be a little bit tricky. Just wait for it to click in. That's it. Alright, of course, this is not the one that I'm going to be using to unsheath it or to unbuckle it. Just squeeze in, and that's it. That's not the one that I'm going to be using here today, though. I'm going to be using regular ones. 12 o'clock, into buckle. One to the hole. Grab the tool. And that's it. Now, if you notice, right, there's on the spring bar itself, there's an actual there's actually a little groove right here. The tool itself can sit in, and then you push it down. Right? So you get that groove, and then you just push it down. In the hole. Get that groove. Push push it down and in. Once you hear it snapping, that's it. Alright, let's get to setting the watch. Alright, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna set the date and time. The first thing that we're gonna need actively is just a website that displays the date and the time. Right? Cool. Alright, next thing that we're gonna try to decipher is what time is it now. So on this, it's clearly not 8 p.m. and it's not 4 a.m. There's a very specific reason why this has to take precedence when you're setting this watch. The day and date mechanism will be engaged by 8 p.m. and will complete around 4 a.m. So if you try to change the time around that, it's going to probably damage the mechanism. So you have to be very careful. On the crown here, you can pull it out, all the way out. So it has 2 clicks, or if you can probably say 3 clicks, right? So all the way in, half, and all the way out. So it's 3. Dead down, all the way up, and there's a middle setting. Alright, cool. So all the way down, first thing that we gotta do is set the time. So it's now 9:07. So bring it all the way out to move the hands. And it's 9:07. Alright, not gonna worry about that for now. We're just gonna move on to setting the day. Alright, now the day settings is number 2. So you can go all the way dead down and find that sweet spot in number 2. It's pretty hard to find, don't be upset if you don't get it the first time, right? The second hands will still move, and all you have to do is turn the dial this way, so you turn it towards you. See that? And the day changes. So today's the 12th, so we're going to cycle to the 12th. Beautiful. If you turn this way, so away from you, you end up changing the day. So today's Sunday. Right? Today's Sunday the 12th. Right? Then you full send. Here's the thing now. Now you have to know if it's morning or if it's afternoon. Right? So get back to Sunday. And then you turn the hands. See that? That means it was afternoon. So all you have to do is move this all the way down to the correct time again. So 9:09. So it's 9:09. Then you go in for the second crown position, and then you can move the date back to Sunday. See that? Back to Sunday, and then towards you, and cycle all the way till you hit 12. Just like that. Now there's one other thing we have to do, right? So as you can see, it's 9:20. What you want to do is wait until the second hand gets directly in line with the 12 o'clock, and then you stop it. So it's going to take a second. So what you can do in the meantime, you can just prepare for 9:22 or 9:21. So put it all the way out and go 9:22 for good measure. You bring it back down to 0, and then you wait on that second hand to hit 12. Cool. Now we're at 12. So now what we're going to do, we're going to wait on this. We're going to wait on this to 0 out as well. And then we started at the same time. So this is how we synchronize everything. So you see, we're at 9:22 right now. And we're just waiting on this to synchronize to 0. Boom. There you go. And it's synchronized. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be very, very close. Alright? So that's how you set the watch. Remember, forward and backward at the 2 position changes the day and the date. Alright?